and they asked him about the effects of not having parents, and his answer was, I don't feel I haven't got a family, he says, because he said, I've got a family, and he told him all about Kids R Us. And he said, Gary and Diane are like the mum and dad, he said, and all of us kids are like brothers and sisters. And he said, and I said, oh Tom, that's lovely, it's so lovely for you to say. And he went, but the thing is, he said, I tell them, you see Diane, it's roots and wings. And I said, what do you mean roots and wings? And he said, well, you take us, he says, you plant us, he said, firm, and then you nurture us, and then you give us these wings, and we go flying off into the world thinking we can be whatever we want to be. And he was like, oh my God, this is a kid that's had, you know, and every time somebody knocks or somebody grizzles or something's not right, I think, no, that's who I'm doing it for, and that's why we're doing it. Yeah, he's
tremendous work. You know what, Dr. John Evans was saying earlier about, you know, it seems that we're celebrating an Iron Bevan in this area, and so we should do, but who's going to be the next Nye Bevan to come from the area, you know, and what we're doing down at Kids R Us, we're hoping that one of those kids, or maybe a few of those kids, are going to be people that we're going to celebrate in the future. And they also said that, you know, we're giving people skills within the area, and they're going off into the big world. Well, let's try and keep a few of them in Tredegar to regenerate Tredegar itself, because as you know, since the shutting down of all industry in the area, regeneration is not just about regenerating a building, it's about regenerating people, and you know, we need to give these kids the skills that they're going to regenerate the future of the area. So
it's the feel-good factory, it's the having a contribution to make, and that they have a right to be, and that they have a future which, you know, is, well, accessible. If somebody instills into them that inner confidence, really, and you're doing just that. So how many members have you got now? How many children come to you now?
There's about 200 children who take part in dance, drama and choir. And then there's a youth club, and can I just plug, please, if there's anyone out there in Tredegar, parents, don't sit there thinking it's somebody else's responsibility. Get up and come and help us with all these children. There's a Monday, Wednesday and Friday youth clubs that we run, and it's the same bunch of volunteers, and quite honestly we're tired. So if there's any parents out there don't know what to do with themselves, please come along and volunteer your time, because at the end of the day they're our kids and they're our responsibility.
And how many shows you put on here?
I know.
No.
How many shows do we put on? Oh, hundreds.
We've met before, haven't we?
We have.
Yes,
we have.
Over the ridge and far away we were.
It was, Roy, it was. Where I shocked an awaiting crowd who thought they were having Kiri Kitauria, whatever the name opera is, and they had rock and roll singing instead, apparently.
That sure clung in the direction,
it did. Thank God to love me and want me back.
Yeah, there we are.
Only not for a few years.
There we are. You made a good choice. Sure I did.
Have you been back?
Yes, I have. Lovely to talk to you. You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
People in communities need catalysts like that, especially for the youngsters, you know, who have an inner pride that needs to be told to them often and often again. Good luck to you. And there we are. If I can be of any help in sort of pointing them in the right direction, I know the man in charge of children in need. I know too much about him for him to refuse. Diane, Dan, and her husband Gary. Well done. Many thanks to you indeed. So then in Tredegar, as in the rest of the known world around here, it's 3:30. And Tredegar is definitely in touch with the rest of the world. I've never known so many buses pass by here. You can get a bus to anywhere here with a few connections, let me tell you. Duran, they're not bad, as a group. But have they won any competition? That's the question. This particular group have. There we are, Teddy Bear's Picnic, you must have recognized that. Well, who was playing that then? Tredegar Town Band, that's who. And the band has been making sweet sounds now for about 100 years. Although I think the personnel may have changed a bit, once, you know, over the years too. Joining me is Mark Winston, the band secretary, who plays bass trombone. That's right, isn't it?
Yes,
Mark,
that's right, yes.
Welcome to the program. Good of you to come along.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
There, not a coat on you, just a little jumper with open neck shirt.
Stern stuff, that's fun.
Yeah, exactly, it's all that blowing you do. Long family connection with the band?
Yes, my family have been involved in the band for many years. My dad played for 20 years, back in the 60s and 70s. So, yes, stretching back quite a while.
My gosh. So, you know, how many, and let me get it right now, a band at full complement is what, 25 musicians?
Yeah, 25 brass musicians and 4 or 5 percussionists depending on the music.
Yeah. And you have flown the flag for Tredegar nationally, certainly, because, you know, all the venues you've been there.
Oh, definitely. Currently, we've just won, become champion band of Wales.
Let's go back to that sentence again now.
We've just become champion band of Wales.
Yes. I say that. One or two brass band members of other bands now sort of biting their lower lip and saying, yes, exactly. You did very well, didn't you, in the last one? Let's talk about the championship, because you beat, you know, you weren't talking rubbish up against you.
Well, no. In Wales, we're quite lucky to have some very good talent in brass banding. The #1 band in the world at the moment are located in Wales, the Corey band.
They're great.
Our close friends and rivals over in the Rhondda there. And on the 9th of March in Swansea, in the area qualifying competition, we beat them into 3rd place to become the champion band of Wales and qualify for the finals in the Albert Hall.
Who's second?
BTM, the band from Caerphilly.
Oh yeah, Bedwas, Thomas and Mahan.
That's the ones, yes.
Oh gosh.
Played for them myself.
Some of these judges, it always intrigues me, because the judges are in the bowels of the building that you're in, so they don't know who's playing, do they?
Well, yeah, the judges typically sit in a tent. They can't see who's playing. And it's all done by ear. They listen, obviously.
Yeah. Is there more than one judge then?
In some competitions, yes. In the one in March, no, there was just one.
All right. Yeah.
So
Welsh was he?
No, an English gentleman.
Oh, now then, talk to me about where you'll be going, having won this championship.
Well, there's 2 things. We represent Wales at the Albert Hall in October in the national final.
You know, people have this image of brass banding in this country, but there's some powerful bands in Europe.
Well, there are, to be honest with you, over the last 10 years, the bands in Europe have caught up with the top bands in Britain.
Yes.
And the current European champions are from Europe.
Yeah. This is like
Belgium, Switzerland, Norway. They've got a lot of bands over there.
Yeah, cool. So you're confident, are you?
Yes, we're a band that's improving. Brass bands are like football teams. They are in divisions.
Yes, they are.
There are 5 divisions.
Yeah.
We are lucky enough to be playing in the Championship or the Premiership division.
And you can't get out to Division 4.